Welcome. I am coming to you today with a question in regards to what we might meditate on. It happens to be a full moon today, but if you come across this video at a later date, just know that there really are no coincidences, and you can still use this to focus your mind on if you were to take some precious time to yourself to focus your mind and your thoughts, your spirit on a question. What would the universe want that to be? What should you meditate on today? I am using the Golden Universal Tarot, and I am calling in your spirit guides, your guardians, your protectors and loved ones. And we are asking, what is it that you should focus on with your quiet time for your highest good today? And we have the Queen of Wands. She is a beautiful card. I love her because of the black cat, of course, myself loving cats. It always reminds me of Bastet, and this card does come up for me when I am trying to communicate with her. So I would recommend today that you focus on calling in your guides, calling in your loved ones on the other side to give you some guidance on this question that you have on your mind. This is also, interestingly, associated with the astrological sign for Leo, and we are in a Leo window right now, and so I love that this card came up. To me, that is associated with the goddess Sekhmet. Sekhmet is a really powerful lioness goddess. She is wonderful for helping you deal with getting rid of things that no longer serve you, things that you need to release. Lions are symbolic of courage and strength, and so this would be another theme for your meditation today. How can you increase your courage and your strength in order to do the things that your soul is calling you to do? Here we have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is really more of a male figure, so it's interesting. My decks are always very well shuffled before I begin, so when I start with the court cards like this, these can represent archetypes within yourself. So whereas this would be your female archetype, your subconscious mind being called up for strength, for courage, swords are associated with your mental state. He has the sword, which can be cutting through something, cutting through negative thinking, possibly cutting ties with people who are not good for you, or that you no longer may need in your life. This can represent sometimes, not always. To me, this can be someone who tends to be more cold, that bases their decisions not on their heart, not on the flame in their center as the Queen of Wands does, but more on the facts. They're not looking at their heart or their emotions as much as they are looking at, what appears right on the surface. So this could be telling you to meditate on these two figures and who is it that you want to be. In the traditional deck, the King of Swords has the butterflies, which are a symbol of transformation. This can be calling you, especially because I laid it here, and I never know why I put them where I do. I just do what I'm called to do. But he is possibly in the past position calling you to come more into your heart center. Call on Sekhmet. Call on your inner courage and strength in order to do what, let's say? The Eight of Cups. This is about being on a spiritual journey. So this is calling to you to leave the past behind so that you can move into the light. You need to think about what that means for you at this point in time. What is your spiritual calling? Meditate on this. If you were to go off into the mountains as this figure is, what would you take with you? What would you meditate on? Here are the cups, which symbolize love. What does love mean to you? What do you want to love? And who could help you feel loved yourself? Typically, of course, in spiritual practice, only you. Only you can do that for yourself. If you are looking for love from someone else, from the outside, you'll never find it. You have to find inside what you're seeking first. That's just always the way that seems to go. And here we have the Four of Swords. I love the question that I asked, honestly, and then the cards that are coming up. So the Four of Swords is a card of true rest and meditation. You need time to think more on something. Spirit or God or your angels or your loved ones on the other side, possibly even a male and a female, are hearing your prayers. They know what it is that you're praying for, but you have to connect more deeply with them. You have to reevaluate what your purpose for contacting them is. Are you simply asking for something? Is it just, I want, I want, I want? No, that will not work at this point in time. You have to look deeper into your heart. Get out of material things. You have to look for what your soul is seeking, your passion. You have to look deeper for what this is that you are seeking. And finally, again, another four. But this one is the Four of Cups. And this one is really representing that you need to, in your meditative process here, as we're working with these cards, do not focus on your empty cups. Don't focus on what is not fulfilling for you to the point that you are missing this new opportunity for love that God is giving you. Again, being in nature, sitting under the tree, going off into the mountains, all of these things are saying you need to get away, that possibly being outside in meditation today would be beneficial for you if that's possible. But whatever you do remember that the purpose of all of this is that you are calling in your strength. You're asking for courage for your spiritual path to find the love that you're seeking and the answers that are within you. Blessings to all of you. Thank you for being here today.